Right guys, update. I think I said I was going to do this as a new video, so welcome to MG Exhaust, episode number, don't know, 50, something like that. Might put episodes on, that might get me some more views. I don't flipping know, to be honest. I'm back on with this manifold for this MG, it's like an MG hill climber sprint car. You'll have seen them. Old green car, I think. Old green car, look a bit like a Morgan-ish. Yeah, hill climber. That's the best way of explaining them. Sprint car, time trial car, little 1930s, 40s thing. Wants this little manifold making for it, little competition exhaust. Yeah, it's looking alright. I've just come in. I feel like I need to procrastinate. It takes me long enough to say that word. I can procrastinate about procrastinating. I don't know. Even just thinking about the thing, saying the word is enough for me. I could get stuck there for an hour. Yeah, I feel like that's what I want to do with it. Just sit and stare at it. Because I feel like I could go wrong. Like if I grind too much off, I'm going to end up with too much of a big gap. I've got some big gaps now. And I need to grind some of it to make the gaps smaller, but there's a risk of grinding it and making the gaps bigger. So I need to take my time with it. But I've got a problem. I've got that Hydroformed I started making some patterns for yesterday and plan to do that today. But I also need to get that Benelli out. The Benelli, I've spoke to the guy that owns it and I've spoke to the guy that's going to ceramic coat it. And basically I told them both that I'll probably throw them in car tonight, run them down tomorrow down to Warrington. So I need to get that out. I need to clear some space, get that out, take all them off. That'll be last minute, that. It's going to be like 5 o'clock tonight, 6 o'clock tonight. I'll drag that out, have a look at it, whip them all off. 5 o'clock, so it might take an hour to take them all off. Carefully. It'll probably only take me 10 minutes to take them off, but I need to take them off carefully. So I don't ding them or scratch them or do anything that I don't want to do last minute. Probably unscrew baffles in them all as well, don't I? Get them ceramic coated as well separately, I think. Most likely, just get him to do ends on baffles, I think. I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look at this. That was me brain farting, weren't it? So what I got there is that. It's looking really well. This one's overlapped on that one, so that one's going to need a bit trimming down. What I tried doing there, just squashed them together, put this little bit of tin underneath there to pack it out. Just mainly to try and pull the gaps together on the inside, so I can't see that on the back side. I want them gaps to be close, because when you line these up so they're all perfect, there's massive gaps underneath, so I've overlapped these a little tiny bit to get them gaps to come together, and they're not too bad. I could probably fill them gaps, but what it means is I need to trim a bit off this one, I think, because that one's definitely overlapping that one. That one's got a bit of a big gap, probably needs grinding out at the top just to let them come together. That's the same for this one. This one needs grinding out at the top a little bit just to let the bottoms come together. But my first issue is the angle of them. So they're pointing down ever so slightly, and I've drawn that up so that I've just drawn them as straight tubes, didn't I? All sat down flat on the bench. So the angles of them cuts on them four have actually been worked out when they're all flat, and it's now got a tip on it like that, ever so slight tip downwards, which is that's why I've got some gaps there. That's what's throwing them off. There'll probably be a less of a gap on the back than there is on the front, I think, or possibly the other way around. But yeah, they're not quite right. Them, I knew they won't be. That's why I've only rough cut them. Anyway, I knew that I'd have to do a little bit of grinding to get them to come together. But I've also got these here, so I've cut them all at 90. And every single one of the pipes got that much gap at the bottom of it. So what I need to do is take them all off one by one and just grind this side down ever so slightly to bring that level. Weirdly, I charged your battery up to full yesterday. And it's flashing red at me again. I need to get a new one. I spoke to Tommy when he was back, when we went to Isle of Man. He brought his posh camera with him. I think he's still running a Canon camera, and I was like, he was asking me if I was bringing this, and he only wanted to know if I was bringing this because he wanted to know if I'd have extra batteries, and I was like, nah, I'm not taking it, I've only got one battery. I've got some Chinese batteries that don't work, and he was like, oh yeah, I've tried them Chinese batteries, don't work. I think he's got 4 Canon batteries, and they can cost about 100 quid each. They're about 60 quid each, these batteries. I'm just sticking with this one battered one that I've got. it'd probably be a lifesaver if I spent 60 quid on a battery, but they're tiny. They're absolutely tiny, the battery, and I can't bring myself to pay 60 quid for something that big. I'll show it you. In my hands, it'll look even smaller. 60 quid for that. And I just think, well, I've got one, I'd rather I just keep charging it up. So yeah, so you're flashing red. You're going to die in a minute. So what I'll do is, that's my plan. I'm going to grind them up, get them gaps really close together. Then we're going to weld it. You might miss some of that, but I'll show it you when it's done. And if the battery's charged up by end of the day, it takes all day to charge battery up because it's sharp, I'll set camera up and we'll take these pipes off. So that's my plan. Yeah, weld that up, take the pipes off the Benelli, weld my Hydroformed together. I think if I've got time, that's my plan for today. So I'll be back once you're charged up. I'll see you again in a bit. Right guys. Right guys, you're back. Totally forgot that I put you over there on charge. I just tried to turn it on a few times. Like, what's going on here? And then, yeah, realised that's where you've been, haven't you? So you missed out on all the fun. Let me spin this round. And look at this. That's it, done. I don't know if that focus is going to work. Oh yeah, there we go, got a bit of focus. Let me get me hand steady. There we go. I think that's there we go. You're still not in focus properly. But yeah, all brazed on at the top using that jig. I just lobbed that over them, didn't I? Good job it's made out of metal. But yeah, that side all brazed up nicely. All joining into that nice 1 3/4 piece there, which has stayed perfectly round. That's doing it all in the right order, that. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Looking sweet. So that's ready to go. I don't know how much money to charge for that because it's a lot nicer than that one. A lot nicer. So what's next? What did I say we're doing next? I know what I'm doing next. I've just whipped it out. Benelli. I should be going home, to be honest with you. Here we go. It's focusing on my face. Must have clicked wrong setting somewhere. Whatever scene. Right guys, we're back. I changed setting on camera. I might have to try and splice that together. Spin that round, have a better look at this again. Might focus in this time. I don't know. A little bit. Yeah, anyway, it looks nice, Next plan is to get out the Benelli, which is over there hiding away. If I come round here, I'll have a look at it and then we'll whip it out. And when I walk round here, after just finishing that brazing off, I walk round here, we're going to take these pipes here for ceramic coating and we're going to cover up all that nice brazing. These have got all nice gold bits on the back. They turn a nice colour while they've just been sat there. Yeah, looks lovely. So we're going to wheel that out backwards, get it here in my little room. I've had to move my bench. And I'm constantly pressing focus here. Get it over there, whip them all off. So I'm going to go over there, get some tools out my chest, pull this out backwards. We'll have a look at it because you've not seen it on camera, on this big camera. I'll pull it out, whip them off, throw them back in my car, go home, do some shopping. Tomorrow I'm going to take them down to Warrington. A bit more than an hour. I think it'll be an hour's drive down. It'll be more than an hour because I'll be in that old banger Shogun. It would have been less than an hour if I ain't van, but van's broke. So yeah, throw them back at Shogun, pack up, take them there tomorrow morning. Hopefully come back, I'll do some hydroforming now that manifold's done. So yeah, that's the end of that. Oh, it's not the end of that video. Let me go and grab that out, let me put you on a stand, I'll be back in a minute. Big old stiff thing. Right, 10mm, definitely need a 10mm. 10 milli, some Allen keys. Right, let's go and get some ties out, some spanners and that. I was just trying to look for alright flipping things and I can't find them. I think they're on the bench. This went a ball, it went to the bench, it's miles away now. I think in the past I've had these off in one go. I don't know if I dare do it this time round. Oh, one thing I need. I'm going to put a wooden board underneath it. I'm hot. You're not getting much of a viewing experience there, are you? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a board out, first port of call, get a wooden board out, put it underneath them pipes, just in case anything drops now. Won't be back ends, it'll be front ends, so I'll just slide a big piece of wood under headers, and then if they drop out at head, it don't bang the bottom bends. I'll do that, I'll show you them on the floor. I were going to take some photographs of them, but I've not had time, so I'll just whip them off, throw them in the car, take some photographs of them when they come back. Yeah, I'll show you when I'm on the floor. It didn't really work that, I'll be back. Right guys, quick look at these before I pack them up and put them in the car. Still looking nice. They've gone a little bit rusty. They've been on bike for about a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, and obviously they've been hot when I welded them, which burns the oil off and then it attracts the water. So you just get like a little slight coating of rust over the top. Yeah, a little slight coating of rust over the top. So yeah, they'll shot blast them off, I think, or vapor blast them, or whatever they do, and then give them a lick of ceramic coating, which I think's a lot like a powder coating. You just put it on, it's like a glass instead of a plastic, and then bake it on, and they'll be like a nice matte black finish like the original Benelli racers. That's what we wanted. So I just need to take these baffles out the end now. They're just screwed in, screw there, screw on top, screw on bottom. They're not, they're like a 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock, something like that. It's just so you can't see him from side on. So yeah, I need to whip them out because I don't want him whipping them out because that's extra work, he'll probably charge me for. So I'll take them out now, put them in a separate bag, throw them in Shogun. That's the Benelli back over there. I'm going to lock it up, pack it away. It's already packed away, but yeah, put a sheet over it. Get out of here. That's me done for another day. I might try and find time to post these up. Irrelevant to you, but yeah, you've got some to look at there. What's the plan for tomorrow? Hydroforming tomorrow, so I might not. I'm going Warrington as well, aren't I? I'm going for a drive it morning, or 3 hours out or whatever, then come back, do a bit. I'll speak to you again soon. In a bit.